welcome to our Happy Brain Education English videos. I'm Naba. I'm currently a doctor in a hospital in Melbourne, and I'm really passionate about education, so I use up all of my free time volunteering in the education space. I'm the co-founder of a charity called Happy Brain Education, which aims to one day, and this is a huge dream, one day be part of establishing one education system that covers the entire world, that gives access to every single human to the ability to achieve their potential and to live a fulfilled, happy life. We are super passionate about this goal, and we will strive super hard to one day achieve it. So yeah, if you're passionate, get in touch. This video is going to be about my experience studying English. So English and literature were my absolute favorite subjects throughout year 12. I managed to get a 50 in English and a 49.2 in literature, and I really enjoyed the experience of studying for both of them. However, it was really difficult, especially for me, because I came to Australia when I was 10 years old, and I only really properly started studying for English later on in high school, maybe year 9, year 10. And so I had to do a lot of work in order to be able to finally get to that 50 out of 50 in English and the 49 in literature. I'll probably be making a series of videos over the next couple of months, exploring a lot of the strategies that I used. This video is going to be about how I talk to my teacher about skills that I need to build up, and how I would recommend that you discuss with your teachers and use your teachers in order to be able to build the skills that you need in order to achieve the marks that you want. So I had an incredible teacher. Teachers are amazing people who totally change every single life that they encounter. I have so much respect for teachers. They are my favorite people in the world. My teacher was a VCAA assessor, and she was an amazing human being. She used up so much of her free time helping me learn what I need to do in order to be able to get a high mark in English. So she would spend so much of her time during recess, so much of her time during lunchtime, so many hours after school. Sometimes she'd be sitting with me for 2 hours after school, just going through essays, going through skills that I need to build, things that I need to improve. She was an absolutely incredible person. So she would find a skill that I need to learn. For example, topic sentences. This is very embarrassing, but I struggled to master topic sentences until the start of year 12. Topic sentences, for example, she would identify that I struggled with those, and so she would tell me that. She would bring me some of my essays, and she would show me examples of when I did that wrong, and then she would show me examples of other people's essays or online essays where it's done correctly. And then I would go home, try to watch YouTube videos on the topic, try to research the topic, make sure that I comprehended it properly, and then I would try to write an essay for her again, and try to prove to her that I've mastered that skill, that I've done it, and that I'm ready to learn the next thing, whatever the next thing is. I tried super hard to learn skill by skill, methodically, I tried to put in as much effort as possible in order to do that. Some skills were harder to learn than others. So creative writing, for example, I really struggled with, and that took me a very long time to learn. I remember until like August or September of year 12, I was still struggling with that, and me and my teacher were both worried about what I was going to do with that. But finally, I managed to understand exactly what she meant and understand what I was supposed to do. But yeah, so some skills took a lot longer to learn than others, but some skills were easier, and once I understood what I was supposed to do, I was able to do it. So if you're one of the people who are struggling at the start of year 12 or struggling at the end of year 11 with English, with the basic concepts of English like grammar, how to write an essay, conjunctions, anything really. Those skills are the building blocks of English, and you need to learn them. So you need to identify what it is that you're struggling with, and you, with the help of your teacher, or you can get a tutor, you need to identify what areas you're struggling with, and slowly, one by one, learn those areas. That's what I did, and it really worked for me. yeah, so if you have a teacher who you trust and who you have a good relationship with, reach out to them, and you know, try to get a list of skills that you need to learn over the holidays or whenever you have time. If you have a good tutor who you trust, you can do the same thing with them. At Happy Brain, we're very, very happy to help you as well. If you want to send us an example essay, we can read through it for you and tell you what skills you need to learn totally for free. I'll include an email address in the description for the video. And yeah, so try to do that. Try to build those skills before year 12 starts. Because in year 12, ideally, you should be focusing on the actual texts themselves, on understanding, you know, on building your vocabulary for the texts, on understanding the fancier things that you need to do for year 12, rather than the actual building blocks of English. But if you're like me, you might have to do both throughout the entire year, and that is totally fine. I managed to do it. I managed to still get a 50 in English. It's totally fine. Just work super, 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 super hard, and you will be fine. One of the things that I really struggled with was comparing myself to other people. So other people, by the start of year 12, had already mastered everything in English. I had a best friend who was just the best at English, and she effortlessly, she would produce amazing essays that I would really, really struggle to match the quality of, and that made me feel really scared, and like at times that made me question whether trying was worth it. But it's totally worth it. Try hard, and it will pay off at the end of year 12. Some people have put in the effort in the years prior to year 12, and so they reap that reward in year 12, because English is a cumulative subject. You sort of accumulate the skills as you go along, and it all reaches a crescendo in year 12. And yes, so if some people had put in the effort before, they might be stronger than you at the start of year 12, and it's hard to see how you can get to that level, but it's totally possible if you just put in the effort and if you just work hard. Try not to compare yourself to other people. I know it's really, really hard, but try not to compare yourself to other people. Try to just focus on the skills that you need to learn, and focus on focus on yourself, and focus on what you need to improve, and try to work hard and stay motivated, and reach out to us if you ever need us. And yeah, I'll try to make other videos about study skills that I used in order to be able to get the mark that I wanted in English, and hopefully they are helpful to you. Feel free to reach out to us if you need any help whatsoever. We are super passionate about education, and really, really want to help, and really want to be there for you in your year 12 journey.